Hello Paper and Glam family, welcome to the Winter Home Tour. I'm so excited to have you over to walk through my winter home decor. So if you are new to Paper and Glam, we are a community that lives seasonally together, and we do that through a variety of ways. We have a seasonal living list for every month, and those are free to download online, and I will link it below. But we do some seasonal activities together as a community, and we also read together and plan for a seasonal life, and we have a seasonal Bible study. And so we have a holistic lifestyle that really is grounded by seasonal living, and one of the ways to live seasonally is to decorate your home. And I'm sure that many of us are very accustomed to, decorating for Christmas, of course, and fall, but we carry that concept all the way through the year. So this video I've been wanting to get up for several years. I think the last winter home tour is either 2014 or 2015, and as a creator I am sure it is cringeworthy, so I'll watch with grace if you watch it. But I want to walk through and show how I transitioned my home from Christmas to winter. And I know that some of you have already transitioned to Valentine's Day, and as usual, you are ahead of me, but I wanted to make sure I got to this video because my goal with the home tour series is to create a catalog of home tours that is recent, that you can refer back to as you are decorating your home. So kind of an inspirational catalog of home tours that you can also kind of reference in your mind. Like if you see something at Home Goods that would be like perfect for your winter home tour, your spring home tour, and so forth. So we have recent fall home tour, Christmas home tour. This is winter. I'm hoping I can get Valentine's up, and we'll talk more about that at the end. And then we have spring/Easter Glamericana, so a patriotic home decor, and then a summer home decor. So I want to get to kind of those last ones. We started consistently doing home tours in the fall, so my goal is to get a full year of home tours up for you. So without further ado, let's take a spin around my home, and I'm going to point out the things that I swapped out for Christmas, for winter, so from Christmas to winter, and then kind of some of the things that I really do to make my home feel very warm and welcoming. We are starting where we always start, which is in the entryway. And as we take a peek, my guiding principle for winter decor is all white everything. After Christmas, I just want clean, simple decor. So here is my winter home decor wreath, and I have one for all the seasons. And this one is not the original that we talked about in the vlog series. If you hung out with me on the vlog, then you know this, but I ordered a beautiful wreath on clearance from Z Gallerie. And when I got there, they had no wreath and no record of the sale. So I, of course, busted out my receipt, but in the meantime, I had no wreath. So I found this one at CB2. It's like 40% off, so it was $25, and it is so cute and cozy. It is called the Snowball Wreath, and I mean, I just want to live inside it. Is it not so cute? They still have them if you want to snag one for next year's winter home decor or until it stops snowing where you are. I love it. It was a great purchase. White roses are my home decor staple for winter. I love just that fresh start that they give me. I'm burning a winter candle here, which is also kind of my cult classic for January. And you'll also notice that I decorate with a lot of books. So on my entry table, I just like to have books that give off that seasonal homey feeling with the candle and the flowers. It just really kind of sets the scene as I'm walking home into my home or having others over. So I have the Year of Cozy here, YSL book, Kate Spade's Things We Love, and then Rachel Zoe's book because it is white. And I think those are a cozy way to glam up the entryway. That's it for in here. Let's move into the living room. Coming out of the entryway, I have this big giant white flower, which is from Z Gallerie. And I used to work at Z Gallerie when I graduated from college and had a brand new big girl apartment and no furniture. So a lot of my decor is from there. And I leave this flower out from about January to fall. So I feel like at fall, there's already so much out. I like to put it away, but I love its fresh look. It's very springy and it just makes me happy. And this big oversized vase kind of makes me feel like I live in Wonderland. So coming over into kind of the dining area, so I have a brand new chandelier. This is the Omni chandelier, also from Z Gallerie, and it is being replaced actually because one of the arms doesn't work, sadly, but you get the idea. And then I have some dripless white taper candles that are my kind of official winter candles. And these are dripless ones from IKEA, so I highly recommend you get some dripless candles because they add a lot, and they're inexpensive way to add ambiance to, you know, any sort of dinners or, you know, a Sunday. So that is the dining area. And I just love my chandelier. I can't wait till it works entirely. Here we have my seasonal filming backdrop. So this is kind of my winter forest, and I have lots of trees. So this one I put up in the winter, and I leave it out all the way up until, you know, let's see, probably summer. Bow needed a little love. So I am letting you know how long I leave stuff out because most things in my home, I like to kind of do double duty between seasons because that way it makes the transitions between the seasons really, really seamless. And so down here, I have a champagne toast candle burning, and then some new trees, which you have seen if you watched a vlog recently. They are from Pier 1, and they're Easter trees, which I thought would just be so cute for winter, Christmas, because I kind of do a multicolor Christmas tree farm over here, and Easter. So the ones behind it are also from Z Gallerie. I got them on clearance. They were their Halloween trees, although I don't know why they're necessarily Halloween. They just look fabulous to me. And then I got the teal tree from Target on clearance a couple years back. Most of my stuff I get after season, and then some LED candles from Cost Plus. And then over here, I have just some books that we're reading this year for book club, more trees, and then some pretty white roses. And then I like to put our dashboards up here. And so there's February and Hello 2018, and those are for sale in the shop. They also come with every purchase. Moving into the kitchen, I have a vanilla bean Noel candle burning. It is technically a Christmas candle, but I absolutely love the scent, and it's a very winter candle to me. I have my dressed up wine bottles. So one of our winter adventures on our January seasonal living list is to go ice skating. So I love my little ice skates, and we went in the vlog series. Here I have some really cute Barbie salt and pepper shakers that I like to leave out pretty much until the fall. And I say pretty much because I do have some Easter bunny ones that I'll swap out for the next tour. And then, well, the next tour hopefully is Valentine's Day, but you know, the spring tour. I have a Jessie Steele champagne apron here because it's a glam new year. And let's see, I like to switch out my cookbooks. And this is an old 90s cult classic that's out of print called the 9 to 5 Cookbook. So it's basically for, you know, novel concept for at this point in time. It's like early 90s. It was for women who worked 9 to 5, like how to get dinner on the table. And so for that generation, it was definitely cult classic status. And then over here, I have some winter snowflake pasta from Trader Joe's. Okay, if you have kids or if pasta's your weak point like me, this makes the absolute best pasta because whatever you put on it gets into the little grooves of the snowflake, and it is so fun and festive. My mom makes it during Christmas, and it's just fabulous. Keeping it moving over here, I also like to trade out my dish soaps. So I purchased these dish soaps because I love the blue January wintry color, but it's actually a beachy scent. So translated from French, I believe this is flower of salt or sea, it might be. You guys can feel free to fact check me on that. But it's basically meaning that like sea salt that like brushes up on the ocean, I believe. So it's not a super wintry smell, and the scent, I honestly can't even smell it. So I just really thought that the blue looked really like clean and simple for the winter. Moving over to my coffee station over here and baking station. I like to switch out my coffees, although there aren't many seasonal coffees. Right now we are drinking the Donut Shop Vanilla Cream Puff. It's not my favorite, probably not a do again, but it's a fun, it looks kind of wintry because it's got that kind of blue and cream going, so I grabbed it mainly for that. And then over here, if you watched my Christmas home tour, then you saw I had gummies with like snowmen and Christmas trees. Well, we took out the Christmas trees and we've been snacking on them, and it's just the snowmen left. So that's in my little candy jar over here, perfect for winter. And then we also have another coffee, which is the Toasted Graham from Starbucks. Again, probably not one I'll purchase again, but it was fun for winter. And then I just have a Swell bottle that I take to the gym and some fun metallic straws that were kind of like very New Year's-y. All right, let's go to the lounge area. Here I have a big giant snowflake pillow that I got at Target on clearance maybe 3 years ago. I actually think Glam Mom got it for me and she has one too. Yes, she did, because she's like the ultimate sale shopper, so a lot of times we'll like get each other stuff. Some white roses that are on their very last leg, but you know, we gotta swap them out for some Valentine floral in just a few minutes actually. And then I have a Magic in the Air candle burning. And then over here, I have a pillow that was out during Christmas, and it's kind of just like a warm, cozy, fuzzy pillow with some pearl embellishments that I got at Pier 1. The office. I really don't do too much decor in here, but in case it's your first time over, I did want to come through. I finally have my It Was All a Dream sign hung. That was one of the early year projects, and I just love how my contractor got the wires to be behind the wall, and you can't even see him even though the back is clear. Makes my type awesome heart happy. And let's see what else. I do have some trees up over here, and I just leave them up from Christmas. And what I love about this is, like I said, I'm not switching out everything all in one time, because if it's overwhelming, I'm not going to want to do it. Here on my desk, I have some really pretty purple and pink roses that I think look so Valentine-y. They were on sale at Trader Joe's, or they weren't on sale, but I feel like everything at Trader Joe's was on sale compared to the rest of LA. And then, you know, my Glam It Up and Get It Done to-do list. I always switch over to a to-do list. Not really switch from my planner, but I focus on my to-do list when things are just really busy. And this time of month they always are, which is awesome. And then over here, I still haven't gotten all of my reads from last year in Goodreads, so I still have high hopes to get to that project one weekend and put them all in a library thing, which is a fabulous app. And then I have another tree right here, and then some Valentine-y washi. Moving into my room. Changed too much out in my girls' room, but I did want to show you these beautiful white roses that are nice and fresh. They just look so pretty. They're also from Trader Joe's, and I love that they're a mix of baby roses and the big roses. And then I did move this Lush apothecary jar in from my nightstand, and I really like how it looks in here. So I can have all of my little bath toys, and they're kind of, you know, some of them have been split for multiple baths, and it's fun to have them in here. So I originally didn't have my Lush apothecary jar in here because I thought it made the cabinets, or excuse me, the counter look kind of cluttered, but I'm digging it actually. Right, so my room is really similar to Christmas, which I love because again, all about nice, easy transitions. So the nightstand is pretty much the same, except I have a Dream Big candle burning, which I thought was really appropriate for kind of January, and winter is kind of all about the quieter time where our dreams take root, or at least that's been true for me. I have more twinkle lights here. I feel like twinkle lights just add everything to a winterscape. They're so warm and cozy, and they just kind of give a room that magical glow that I think is especially important in the winter. And then I just swapped out my Christmas pillows for kind of my everyday pillows. Bedding is the same. It's this gold bedding, and I have spring bedding too that I'll bust out for Easter. And then I have some new fun stuff on my nightstand over there. I need to show you Sunday's seasonal living because she is hilarious. So she has an Ugg boot, and she gets so into this. Those of you who have seen her open her bark box, it's like her favorite part of the month. And then she has this bear that's like a bear rug that also came in, I think, last year's winter bark box. But she loves getting new toys every month, and I just put these away. So like she's gonna get Valentine toys this weekend. And so like every month she gets new toys, at least from her perspective, or new for this current season toys. And since she's such a high energy dog, it's just a fun way for us to play together. This lamp is new and I'm loving it. It's from Lamps Plus, and I got it on sale. I wanna say it was $50, and Absolutely think it's so clean and nice, and now I have a little better light to read by at night. And then I also have a new book. I love this Barbie style book. It just came out fairly recently. I want to say it's in the $25 range. I'll link it below, but I'm just loving this pink collection of books on my nightstand. And this coffee table book, I flipped through it and it's so fun. It's basically a collection of Barbie's Instagram, which is one of my favorite accounts. All right, I hope that was so much fun and gave you some ideas for living seasonally. We're going to do something a little bit different now, and I'm going to do a little bit of a pep talk and also answer a couple FAQs that have to do with home decor. So first, for my pep talk, so we talk about this a lot in the vlog series, and I haven't quite gotten a vlog up in the past couple weeks, so this is your stand-in pep talk, but it's really specific to seasonal living and home decor. So this week is our subscription week, so it's our busiest week, and then it's also our deadline is Monday for our April collection to get that to production. So my life is very much deadline driven, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that in your work, and I'm so grateful for it, and I love what I do. It's definitely what God put me on the planet to do. But a lot of times my seasonal living can seem like the least important thing on my to-do list. And I just want to encourage you today, because I know that I can't be the only one that feels that way. I guess, those who can't coach, as the saying goes, because I feel like I'm always trying to get it in like at the last minute, right? So it's like Valentine's weekend and I still got my winter home decor up. So I just wanted to encourage you to take, a couple hours and switch things out. And a couple hours is probably generous, right? But even if it takes that long, I really do think it's worth it, and it adds so much to your life. I'm definitely going to do that this weekend, and I'll have my Valentine's Day decor up probably from Sunday through like President's Day-ish. I'll probably start swapping to spring about that time. So, just a short pep talk. I know that we often know things are good for us, and they have grounding forces in our lives that really bring out the best in us and bring out the depth in our lives. And for some reason, those are always the first thing to go, whether it's planning or working out or Bible study. I haven't done Bible study in a week because it's been so busy. I've neglected my planner this week, and for some reason, those who can't coach, I do it too. So if you're like, I'm not type awesome, it's hard for me to keep up on all of these things, I am right there with you, and I am super type awesome. But, you just kind of get back on our horse and ride. So anyway, that's my quick little impromptu pep talk. So FAQs, I often get this question: how do you live seasonally in the winter when you live in a very summery climate? So I live in LA, and we really don't get seasons here. It's pretty much 70 degrees and sunny 320 days of the year. But that for me actually makes it more important to live seasonally. One of the reasons I moved to Denver for 6 years from Southern California was because I wanted to experience those seasons. It was something that was really pivotal to me, and ended up being very pivotal to my business. But I wanted to experience all 4 seasons, whether that was 6 months of snow or rain during the summer. I really wanted to live in that, and that proved, it's funny, you never know where things are going to lead, but that proved to be elemental in building Paper and Glam. And now that I'm here in LA, even though it's not snowing outside, and I do get to my seasonal living, and I do kind of take time to like switch out my home and get into that rhythm, I realize how much I need it in my life. So it's definitely tough in the fall. Like, it was 95 degrees until December this year, and it was like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like, doing cozy fall things when it just feels like summer all the time. So it's definitely, it's even more of a challenge, but I think it's actually more important than ever for those of us who live in summer climates. I think in my ideal world, and Glam Mom does this, so she's kind of my inspiration, but my ideal world, I kind of would spend part-time in LA and part-time in a climate like Northern California or Colorado, where it is very seasonal. I feel like I love LA, and it's definitely where I want to be in this season, but it's not everything, if that makes sense. So anyway, those are my answers to that FAQ. Oh, and I forgot one. A lot of you ask if I have a housekeeper and how I keep my home so clean. So the answer is yes and no. So I have a cleaning service that does come once a month, and the rest of the time I just kind of keep up on it. I do spend quite a bit of time in my home. I find it very relaxing after a long day. I love to just pour a glass of wine and kind of tidy around, and it's my personal transition from the workday into kind of home life. And when you work from home, those kind of transitions and routines are really important. So I do spend about an hour from like 5:30 to 6:30, usually while I'm like cooking dinner, and I will just kind of do a cleanup. I might decorate something, I might organize, I might clean something. So that is just a rhythm that I've instilled into my day, and it really works well for me. And then once a month, of course, I have my cleaning service that does more deep cleaning, you know, like baseboards and blinds, and we get a serious amount of dust here in LA. Being right in the middle of the city, it's very smoggy, so that turns into like dirty dust. So it's really important to keep them on that, otherwise things start looking a little dingy, especially when you got all the mirrored furniture up in here. So anyway, I hope that is encouraging, and if it was, I would love a thumbs up on this video and for you to subscribe so we can hang out more often. With that, I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I can't wait to see you again soon.